break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. I asked him about the challenge of facing Miles Turner. He said this guy is a problem for our offense. Miles is an incredible shot blocker. You have to know where he is on the floor at all times. Now, we don't normally hear a coach talk about somebody's defense first, but Turner is that guy. Ellis?
Okay, David, thanks. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
I tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
And it's slammed in by Turner.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Personal foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Goes up off the inbound. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
So good to see Miles Turner sharing the basketball. Make an effort to get your teammates involved.
Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that. We are talking about an elite two-way player. Do your thing, Drew Holiday.
Here's Nemar.
Celtics foul.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Now, here's Brown. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense. Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. The size and quickness of Mathurin is a deadly combination.
Here's Pritchard. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. A nice shot by Brown.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside, Horford. 52 seconds left to play in the first. Just 5 on the clock. Brown down low. Fires the 3. It's stolen by Mathurin. Over to the wing. .27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. Now Shepard. The second effort. He lays it in. Shepard's got his second bucket of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
The end of the first quarter.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Pacers. Out in front as they wrap up the first quarter. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
Back to Craig. Pass to Porzingis. Got a piece of it. His shot is good, making it a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, you love to see Porzingis battling through contact down low. That's a tremendous finish.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
To the inside. Pass to Porzingis. Holiday surveying the floor. Tatum on the wing. No good on the triple. Pacers leading by 9. Out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously pushed the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. And he drives in and finished off by Halliburton.
That's Halliburton's handle, getting by defenders to the spot and then finish with authority.
Outside, White. And good that time.
That's just a smooth, tight handle right there by Derek White. This guy an offensive force.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. Misses the 3. Craig with it. Picked up by Turner. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his side.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Boy, Halliburton going downhill on the attack, so few guys can stay in front of him.
Here's White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
From Jason Tatum.
White's got 6.
And I I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And here comes White, leading the fast break. Here's Tatum. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
That will help your assist numbers if you're Darren White. You can't miss that guy.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Over to the left wing. Toppin.
Obi Toppin.
Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Pacers lead by 7.
The shooting fundamentals are real plus for Obi Toppin. He has consistent mechanics and a high release point.
And Pritchard pulls it down.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Brown, no good. Pacers leading by 7. Pass to Toppin. Here's Walker. Indiana moving the ball around. And here's McConnell. Now Shepard. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Boston with it. And Walker's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Mathurin. Shot clock at 5. That's tipped.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And finished off by Walker.
When Darius Walker stuffs it, we feel those bucks over here.
Here's Brown. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
And Brown drops them both. 8 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Mathurin. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pacers lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far.
Aaron Neesmith.
A nice shot by Neesmith.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
First team foul.
Pass to McConnell. Back to Nembhard. That's good, and it's McConnell with the assist. Nembhard's got 7 points in the game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Siakam outside. Just 5 to shoot. Back to McConnell. And Indiana, another 3.
Great play calling, great execution, leads to 4 for 4 to start this half.
Outside, White. In the corner, Tatum with it. Outside, Holiday. Goes back up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Miles Turner.
You can see how anxious the defense was to take Holiday away. Instead, they foul him and send him to the line.
And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Here's Halliburton. And Halliburton slams it in.
The assist.
But we're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Out to White. Back to Holiday. From deep. White, good. White's got 11 points.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
To the paint. The shot by Turner, no good. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Tatum. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. They've led by as many as 11 points. So both teams making some changes here.
On the court.
.143 left to play in the third. Indiana moving it around. Here's Toppin. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Horford.
17.
It took some time, DB, but it's starting to come together, it seems, for Obi Toppin.
Kevin, the athleticism has always been there for Obi. I think the question was, how could he help his team beyond being a vertical threat at the rim? He now is in the perfect spot. You play with pace, he's starting to be able to put it on the deck, and now he's got to improve his defense. Inside, Siakam.
Foul. Siakam.
And Siakam throws it down.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
Left side, Horford. Out to the right wing. Pass to Pritchard. Here's White. Siakam pulls it in. Pacers leading by 9. To the middle. Toppin, good.
Assist.
7 point for Obi Toppin.
Tyrese Halliburton.
This guy very comfortable operating in the painted area. All Obi Toppin needs is a little bit of room to get that shot off.
Down low to the right side. Kept alive by Indiana. And a wide open look for Mathurin. No good on the 3. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, Horford. Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. Clock at 4. Pulls up, high post. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And offensively, a great show for the... Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. Celtics trailed by 9. Now here's Tatum. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
That is just tremendous focus from Jason Tatum. This guy has gotten so good at walling off defenders and finishing plays.
First team foul.
And that one falls for Tatum.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Pass to Mathurin. On the wing, Walker. Halliburton outside. 4 on the clock. And that one drops for him. And the Pacers lead by 8. Walker.
My goodness, what a triple drive by Mr. Tyrese Halliburton.
Tatum's shot is off. And so here is Indiana. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Halliburton. Toppin, no one around him. The rebound by Holiday.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Halliburton.
Substitution on the court.
Turner trying to free himself up. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
Halliburton right side. Here's Walker. And the dunk by Walker.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And the dunk by Walker.
Oh, I don't very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
On the wing, Holiday. Back to White. The kick out to Holiday. Brown outside. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Here's Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
Assist.
And just one of those nights with Tyrese Halliburton. He's kept his foot on the accelerator, and he's putting it to the defense.
The Pacers making a switch here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
On your feet.
Hey, Kevin, able to listen in on what Joe Mazzulla was going over with his team. He was preaching the importance of effort, saying he wanted to see second and third efforts each possession. We need to be the more active team down the stretch, guys.
Thank you, David.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass to
game.
Mathurin.
2 minutes.
1:53 left to play here in the fourth.
Celtics.
Yeah, that athleticism of Mathurin is what makes him such a tough one to guard.
Second team foul.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the
Shooting
scoring so
for Indiana.
for the Pacers.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Nembhard with it. Back to Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. Pass to Nembhard. Pocket 2. It's good.
Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pacers.
Well, you have to be poised if the ball is going to be in your hands as that shot clock dwindles down. Tyrese Halliburton, yes, sir.
Tatum bats for two. Again, the Celtics good for two.
That is a tough shot.
And the Pacers call time here.
Timeout.
They're ahead by 10.
Headed to the
103 left here in the fourth quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Pacers.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Tyrese Halliburton.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
.27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Turner. And the Pacers tack on two more.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Holiday with the three. Nembhard grabs the board. Here's Mathurin. Lays it up and banks it in.
Assist goes to
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
As long as you're living, you must go through many things. There's nothing impossible. If you believe, surely you